We're going to be talking all about booking agents. So straight off, what is a booking agent and what do they do? So quite literally, in its simplest explanation, a booking agent is somebody who books shows, gigs and tours on behalf of their clients, the artists. But to be good at this role, they have a wider set of responsibilities that they need to fulfill. So if you're an artist and you have a booking agent, your booking agent will sell you to promoters. They will negotiate the fees, they'll plan your tours, they will issue booking contracts, and they usually issue the invoicing and collect your fees as well. So a booking agent is in the middle between an artist and anyone who wants to book the artist. Now, a key distinction to make is between a booking agent and a promoter. These two are often confused, and it's a question we get asked a lot. So I think the reason is that they are both on the live performance side of the music industry, and so therefore there's a little bit of a grey area about what they do. So a promoter is somebody who is putting on the event or the show. They're usually the people who are financially investing in the show and have a financial interest and a risk in whether the thing is profitable. So they're also the ones who are going to be promoting it and selling tickets and so on. Okay, and the booking agent is the person who is selling the services or the performance of the artist to the promoter. Now, a good booking agent is going to have great connections and contacts and relationships with promoters who are relevant to their artist's needs. And they're going to know how to sell the artist in every sense. So just consider things from the promoter's perspective for a moment. If you're a promoter putting on a large event or a festival, it's much easier to deal with a handful of booking agents than it is to try to book hundreds of acts across numerous stages. So in that circumstance, you would want the booking agents to help advise and guide and sell in the artists that they think are suitable for different stages, and you'd work together to achieve this. So the booking agent is really important in this role. So it's important also for the booking agent's point of view that they're selling in artists that they know will fulfill the needs of the promoter. One of the other main things that a booking agent does for their artists is to help them plan their tours. So this includes what venue sizes they should go for and help planning their routing, and obviously sell the arrangement to a promoter and set up a deal to make that happen. So part of that negotiation clearly is what the artist is going to get paid and how their payment is going to be calculated. So sometimes an artist is going to get paid by the promoter a straight fee, maybe it's a percentage of the ticket sales, or there could be a guaranteed minimum fee plus a percentage of ticket sales on top of that, or there could be a combination of these different scenarios. Either way though, the more the artist earns, the more the booking agent earns as well. So a booking agent is a really important addition to your artist team. I'd say that after your artist manager, the booking agent is probably the next most significant person who's going to help you build your career and maximise your income potential. And it's also really difficult, if not impossible, for you to replicate what a booking agent would do for you. Basically because you just cannot build those relationships and contacts quick enough across a whole sector of the music industry for it to be an effective and worthwhile use of your time. But if you're an emerging artist who's just starting out, it's unlikely that you're going to have a booking agent helping you. So in this scenario, you're going to need to sell yourself to promoters. So you're going to need to find small promoters and small gig nights and venues that are putting on their own shows and this kind of thing. It is also possible that you can run your own small tours without a booking agent if you've already got a dedicated small fan base that you know are going to buy your tickets, and you can find a small promoter who's going to help you do some of the tour planning and booking of the venues and helping with the promotion and ticket sales. Okay, so that is possible. It does take a little bit of knowledge in terms of fees and the financing of the tour and the contracting and the booking contracts and so on. But we have done this in the past, small tours like this for our artists without a booking agent being involved. But if you want to do something that's bigger than this, or certainly you want to go outside your own country, or you want help getting onto festival stages, or you want to support other artists on their tours, and you want strategic planning of your tours with a bit more detail and a bit more skill, then you need a good booking agent. So how do you get a booking agent? Now that's a really common question that gets asked quite a lot, and the simple answer is a booking agent wants artists who are capable of selling tickets, or alternatively, they may work with artists at the earlier stages of their development if the artist can demonstrate real momentum to their career and a serious future potential to be able to sell tickets. Clearly the booking agent is going to want the artist to be an amazing live performer and have great music. Okay, that should almost go without saying. But yes, some booking agents will work with artists at the early stages of their development before they've got much of a fan base or an audience. We've managed artists and have secured booking agents before where the artist hasn't really even released much music, certainly not developed much of a fan base live. And the booking agent is trying to develop the relationship early and is going to help the artist to find suitable support tours and festival stages that they could play on and this kind of thing, and help develop the live strategy of the artist. But in some ways the booking agent is taking a little bit of a chance on the future potential of that artist. So how do booking agents and artists find each other? Very often the booking agents find the artists. I mean, that's a key part of what they do, is always looking out for new artists. But artists can also pitch themselves to booking agents and make booking agents aware of them. Just remember though, and consider that booking agents are a business and they need to make money, and they're going to want artists who can sell tickets. That's ultimately what they're looking for. So there's nothing better or no better way for you as an artist to attract a booking agent than to invite them to one of your sold out shows and they come along, watch you perform, and you absolutely smash it live, even if it's a very tiny show. Okay, there isn't really a better way of attracting a booking agent than that. What's also really clearly appealing for booking agents is that not only is your music great, but that you're developing a sonic identity and an artist identity, and that you're building a brand, that you have a strategy of how you're releasing music and your fan base building and all these kinds of things that we talk about all the time of what makes you appealing to people within the music industry. So how do you work with a booking agent once you find one? So generally speaking, what you'll do is appoint the booking agent to work on your behalf, and that's usually on an exclusive basis for certain parts of the world. Generally what happens in the UK is that you will appoint a booking agent to work for you for the whole of the world except for North America. There are different regulations of how sort of employment agencies operate in different countries, and because of these regulations sometimes booking agents specialise in certain countries and how they do things. Okay, so usually you will have a different booking agent for Europe and for the US. Now these employment laws and regulations generally protect you, the artist, from being exploited, so they're a good thing. But the key thing for you to understand is that you have to have a booking agent working for you exclusively within a country or a territory. And the reason for this is you can't have two booking agents competing for your gigs or booking you in twice to the same promoter. And being exclusive with a booking agent means that you are required to direct all of your live booking inquiries to that booking agent. So if an inquiry comes in and it hasn't gone straight to the booking agent, you need to route that inquiry to the booking agent. They should now be handling all of your live bookings for you. Now, to officially appoint a booking agent, they usually want you, the artist, to sign a short agreement or terms of business or whatever they might call it, okay? Usually these are fairly short and quite easy to understand agreements. And the reason they're a lot shorter than, say, a recording contract might be, is because you're not expected to sign over any of your rights. Okay, you're not giving them the rights to your sound recordings or your songwriting, for example. And also it's usually quite easy to get out of these agreements with booking agents. There's usually a month or two's notice and you can move on to another booking agent if you wanted to. So how does a booking agent actually make their money? Usually they charge a commission on the bookings that they make for their artists. Typically they charge between 10 and 15%. In the UK at the moment it's normally about 10%. So here's how it tends to work in the UK. The booking agent will agree with the promoter the performance fee of the artist. They will then issue a booking contract on behalf of the artist to the promoter. It's important to note that the booking contract that the booking agent sends to the promoter is an agreement between the promoter and the artist directly. The booking agent is not a party to this contract or agreement. They are merely brokering the arrangement between the promoter and the artist. So it's the artist and the promoter who are contracted and responsible to each other for the fulfillment of that performance. The next thing that happens is the booking agent will arrange for the artist to issue an invoice to the promoter for the performance fee. Okay, so the key thing to note here is that the invoice is in the artist's name. Okay, they invoice the promoter. But what usually happens is that on that invoice, it tells a promoter to pay the performance fee to the booking agent's account. So the booking agent then will chase the money if it needs chasing. They will collect the fee from the promoter. They will deduct their 10% and then pay on the other 90% to the artist. This may seem like a really convoluted way of contracting the gigs and collecting the money, but the main reason for this is to stop you, the artist, getting ripped off. So I'm just going to explain how before we had all these regulations that an artist might get ripped off, so that you can spot that if it still occurs, which I know it does in some places of the world, but it's a lot rarer now that I see this. But what would happen was the booking agent would agree with the promoter a fee for the artist of, say, £5,000. They would then tell the artist that the gig only paid £1,000. Okay, the booking agent would invoice the promoter directly themselves for the £5,000 gig fee. They would then collect that £5,000 gig fee from the promoter. The artist thinks the gig's only paying £1,000. The booking agent tells the artist to invoice the booking agent for their £1,000 fee, and they pay the artist the £1,000. The artist is unaware that the gig paid £5,000 and that the booking agent made £4,000 profit from the gig. So that's what used to happen. It's a blatant rip-off, basically. So that's quite rare. And I have to say, of all the booking agents, the well-known ones and the established ones that we've worked with our artists that we've managed, we've never come across this practice. The only time I've noticed it happen is very occasionally on small one-off gigs and small booking agents and this kind of thing once in a while, but it's quite rare that you come across this now. Having said this, there are genuine exceptions to this, so don't always assume you're being ripped off if you see something different, okay? If you're working with, say, a production company or an entertainment agency and they are contracting you to do a whole series of shows or working a season somewhere, this kind of thing, all right, you may be directly contracted to them as an employment agency, all right? You're not directly contracted to the promoter in that way, okay? And then in that sense, they're paying you a wage and you are like their employee, okay? So don't always assume you're being ripped off. That is a legitimate way of doing something, and they have a different contractual arrangement with you in how they go about doing that. But if you're a gigging musician working your own tours, then your booking contracts should be between you directly and the promoter, and your invoices should be in your name to the promoter, not to the booking agent. And you should know how much your total gig fee was. So as you can see, booking contracts play quite a key role in the whole live performance industry. They're really important documents, and they also have loads of protections for you as an artist. So it's really important that you have booking contracts, and your booking agent should issue these for you on your behalf. I hope that's been really useful in giving you an overview of what booking agents do and how you can work with them and how you may find one for yourself. Good luck with building your own live performance income, and we'll see you next time.